That is in us because we are in Christ. We acknowledge every good thing that is in us because we are in Christ. We acknowledge all that we have received in Christ. We acknowledge every good thing that is in us because we are in Christ. We acknowledge all that we have received in Christ Jesus. Our communication is the vaccine. Our fellowship is the vaccine. We acknowledge every good things that is in us because we are in Christ. So in the communication of our faith, we are effective. We give expression to all that we have received in Christ. We are expression to all we have in Christ. We are going to pay. We acknowledge every good things that is in us in Christ. We are effective in the expression of the gift of the Spirit. We are effective in the expression of the fruit of the Spirit. We are effective. We are in the work of ministry. We are effective. Even as we are called, every good thing that is in us in Christ. Our Christian life is effective. We are not influenced of all we have received in the name of we acknowledge them. We acknowledge them. Because we are in Christ. We are As we acknowledge the things in order, we give expression to them. We give expression to them. We give expression to his righteousness. We give expression to the expression to the faith of the Spirit. We give expression to we give ourselves continually to prayer unto the ministry of the world. We give ourselves continually to prayer unto the ministry of the world. We give ourselves continually to prayer unto the ministry of the world. We give ourselves to the Lord. We give ourselves to the Lord. We give ourselves continually to prayer unto the ministry of the Lord. Our souls are cleansed. We are given to prayer. We are given to the ministry of the Lord. We are found praying consistently. We are given to prayer. We are given to prayer. We are not listening. We are the ministry of the Lord.
That our love abounds more in knowledge and in all judgment. We remain sincere and without offense till the day of Christ. Yes, we declare that our ministry here, we do it in sincerity. We stay and our hearts avoid offense. We do not give room for offense. We do not give room to dishonor. We do not give room for offense. Yes, we walk in forgiveness. We walk in love. And the our love abounds in knowledge and in all judgment. Yes, we remain sincere. We remain without offense. To the day of Christ. Yes, we make it our daily confession that we walk in love always. We walk in love towards the brethren. We walk in love towards our pastor. We walk in love towards men. We do not walk in unforgiveness. Yes, we walk in love, and therefore our love abounds in knowledge, in judgment. We remain sincere. Oh, yes, we declare and perfect. God and are continually found at the center of God's plan and purpose for our lives. We declare that we stand perfect, we stand complete in the will of God. Yes, we will never give up on ministry. We will never give up doing the will of God. We will not quit. We will not give up. We stand perfect. We stand complete, continually found at the center of God's plan for our lives. It's so friends and oh yes, we declare that we are not distracted. We are not distracted. We stay right at the center all the days of our lives. We stay at the center of God's plan. We stay at the center of God's purpose for our life. That nothing distracts us. Nothing takes our eyes off the ball. Our hands are firm on the plow. Our eyes on the ball. We do not look back. Yes, our eyes are fixed on the ball. Our hands on the plow. We do not look back. We do not turn back. We do not give up. We are not distracted. We declare that every relationship, that everything, every business, every kind of thing that will seem to distract us from God's will, we declare that it is taken away. That any relationship, that anything, any business, any skill, any idea that will seem to take us or distract us from the plan of God, we declare this morning that it is cut off from us. Yes, we come against distractions. We come against distractions and every resistance that will seem to pull us out of God's will. We declare that nothing will take us out of God's plan for our lives. We declare that nothing will take us out of God's plan for our lives. We stand perfect. We stand complete in His will, doing and serving Jesus all the rest of our lives. Yes, we declare that all the days of our life we will give it to serve Jesus continually. And then yes, this is our commitment. It is our commitment that will serve Jesus the rest of our lives. Therefore, we come against every form of distraction from friends, from relationships, from places, from business, despite the occupation, despite the job, despite the relationship, despite the thing, despite the plans, we declare that it will not come against us doing God's will. We will not abandon God's will for pleasures of life. We will not abandon God's will for the pleasures of life. Yes, we declare that we will stand perfect and complete in all of the will of God. We are not distracted. We stay continually found at the center of God's plan and purpose for our lives. Yes, we do not give room for distractions. Yes, we are willing. We walk worthy of the vocation where we have been called. And this is our commitment that we walk worthy of this vocation where you have been called, because we know that as believers it is our vocation, it is our profession, it is our job, it is our occupation to serve the Lord. So therefore we walk worthy of it, we walk in it. Yes, we treat the calling of God as sacred. We treat the calling of God as sacred because we understand that it is the honor of God upon our lives. Therefore we walk worthy of the vocation where we have been called. We do not let anything distract us from the calling. We stay firm, we stay consistent, we stay available, we stay consistent, we stay available, we stay committed to the call of God on our lives. We do not make excuses. We are not giving to excuses. We are not giving to excuses. Come on, pray that prayer that we are not giving to excuses.
Of the Lord of the vocation where we have been called,
that we walk worthy of the vocation where we have been called, and look what we treat the calling of God with honor, not with disdain. We put serving God as priority in our lives, and look what because it is our daily occupation, it is our daily lifestyle, it is our daily profession. So we are given, we are sold out, we give ourselves fully to serve the Lord. No distractions, we walk in the calling as we ought to.